Hi there, welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of unique homes and showcase stories of people living alternatively. In today's episode, we're traveling to Portland, Oregon to meet up with Annie, a long-serving tiny houser and musician. 7 years ago, Annie decided to go tiny to simplify her life and to afford herself more flexibility financially. She'll show us how even after 7 years of living tiny, her house is still perfect for her lifestyle with plenty of storage for all of her musical instruments. And trust me, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of this episode to hear a live performance by Annie of one of her original songs, which was, spoiler alert, inspired by her tiny house loft. And honestly, if that's not on brand to this channel, I don't know what is. So if you like videos like this, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know every single time we publish a new episode.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hi, I'm Annie, and this is my tiny house, The Green Dream. I've been living in this home almost 7 years on the outskirts of Portland. It's on about a quarter of an acre in the backyard of a main house a couple of friends of mine own. I chose to live in a tiny house for a few reasons. One, I wanted the capability to be a little more off-grid and try to have a smaller footprint. Also, as a musician and a creator, finding time to practice could get complicated. So now I have a little music box.
I see you kneeling in your garden, picking a handful of kale.
Let's go take a look inside. So we have a lovely houseplant here on top of my shoe rack. So I've got quite a few windows in here and they all open. And I'm in the shade in this location, so I actually didn't need to use any air conditioning or anything like that in the summer, which is really great. And I'm in Portland, but it lets in the light that we do have. Then we've got this bookshelf. So this is where I keep music books, notebooks, and some computer accessories for work. The keyboard. This is the office station. Got my computer, phone, and this is the kitchen. So I kind of have an ocean theme going on, and I don't know, several years ago I found this mermaid lamp. I really liked it, so kind of have the aqua and ocean theme happening. I've got a little dorm-size refrigerator here and a little 2-burner propane stove. Got a pretty good sized sink here. You can see starting to fill with dishes from the day. And on the other side of the kitchen, this is the door to the bathroom. Let's go inside. So this bathroom is small, but it does have everything I need. I've got a little shower here. And I've got a composting toilet. All right, and as you come out of the bathroom, this ladder leads up to the sleeping loft. Under the ladder for the sleeping loft, I like to call this my secret closet. I actually just took a curtain rod, 2 curtain rods, and kind of fashioned this. So I've got some clothes back here, and this is where I keep other clothes that I can fold. So this is all under the ladder up to the sleeping loft. All right, welcome to my tiny house loft. Got some really big windows up here, so I can let some natural light in. I also have the twinkle lights and some brighter lights. I've got a nightstand with books and various accessories there. One of my favorite things about this house is the height of the loft. When I was looking at different tiny homes, I found that some of the lofts felt really cramped and short, and I'm not particularly tall, but I wanted to be able to sit up in my loft. I believe this loft is about 4 feet high. This is the area where I keep some special mementos. Got some cards from my niece and nephew, got some cards from my partner. A friend of mine painted this, so again, kind of keeping with the ocean theme. decided to display it there. Got another window. On this side of the house, you can really see the forest and the creek, which is really beautiful. I have 2 heaters in this house. One is an electric heater and one is a marine propane heater. So I guess if I ever took this out to sea, it'd be set. I've got a little bookshelf here. Got some books and some notebooks and this wonderful couch that I built a few years ago. It's a couch and it's a storage space, and this is where I keep a lot of my music equipment. Also have some mounts on the back wall for instruments. I do have another loft on this side of the house as well. This is a loft I currently use for storage, and I can move the ladder to this loft from the sleeping loft over to the storage loft. Let's go ahead and check the outside. This is a tiny house on wheels and you can move it. Those lights function when you have it on the road, so they're brake lights people can see. It is really wonderful to be able to kind of take your turtle shell and move it somewhere else. It has a footprint just under 200 square feet. It's about 8.5 feet wide and 22 feet long, and was in the $50K range. This house does have a metal roof. I was told that was a lot more durable, so I went with that. This is my doorbell. Got a little cowbell there. Here are the hookups. This is the electrical hookup. This is the gray water drain. Because I have a composting toilet, I don't have septic here. And I chose the composting toilet because I wanted to be off-grid in that way. This is the water hookup. This is a heated water hose. It does sometimes freeze in this area in the winter, so we have used that. This water is connected to the main house, which is on a well system, so that's great. This is the water heater. And we come to, which I guess is technically the front of the house. This is the trailer hitch. This is a fairly light tiny home. I believe it was under 8,000 pounds without anything in it. It's made of cedar, which is a pretty light and durable wood. This is the case for the propane. So to change the propane, just lift it up and change the tank there. My advice for anyone looking to live in a tiny home would be to kind of shop around and see what is important to you. Looking at a lot of different houses helped me figure out what was important to have in my space. Thanks for joining me on the tour today. I hope this inspired you to think more about living tiny or living with less.